Hey everyone, welcome back to more Star Dynasties. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So, things have gotten kind of crazy lately because my husband died, and I am absolutely bereft and completely miserable, which is tanking all of my stats, which in turn tanks the stats of the entire Scourge sovereignty. So, we're now, because of that, massively over our vassal limit, which is causing problems for money, causing problems for our actions, all that kind of stuff. We are very close to winning. We are at 53 of 58 systems needed. Um, we need 5 systems to win. I do have a couple I can rebuild inside my own territory, but we're currently at war with the Stricklands. The Stricklands have 5 colonies inside their territory. Their capital's right there, not too far away. I'm planning an attack on it. I just need to actually be able to launch the assault is kind of the problem. And my husband's death has really interfered with all of that. So it's tanking my ability to do many actions. We'll see what I've got left after the next turn. Maybe we can just kind of jump in and grab it. I am planning an attack, so we're getting a bonus. We'll have mercenaries going in. Event is not next turn, but soon-ish. So yeah, we're not doing great because of my stats going so far down. And the fact that also, like, my 2 sons are upset because their dad died, so their stats are also reduced, which is causing a bit of an issue. All right, let's go ahead and end turn and see what happens. I'm also unmarried, so literally everyone is coming up to me and like, hey, you want to marry me? Hey, you want to marry me? You want to marry my son? You want to marry my cousin? That kind of thing. All right, Philomena Jarvis has invited us to attend a feast for her coronation. Sure. In the fight, because I'm upset, my stats are not great. We'll have my son and heir be my champion. Going to fight Sawyer Coffee. I pretty much always fight normally. There's a chance you fight aggressively that you hurt the other person, but it's also a chance you might get hurt, increases your chance to win, that kind of thing. Prunella Golden. That's an interesting name. Baron Blackwell. There's Blackwell's all over the place. He's actually quite a good fighter. My son actually beat him. Going to fight Karan Lindsay. Alright, get defeated. But he did well enough to get a little bit of attention. My stomach! Duke Clove Kelly suddenly doubles over in the middle of the feast, grunting in agony. He claws at his stomach. The food isn't safe, he cries. So we had this happen last time. How old were those food stores? The feast in honor of Duchess Philomena Jarvis' coronation was a large success. The guests depart in fine humor. So last time this popped up, it was just somebody ate too much. That's all it was. Nothing too crazy. The armory in Anka has been repaired. Incinerator in Missam has been repaired. Flare-up of descent in 40 Eridani. Interesting. Your capital. Rumors abound that Baroness Kinadra Pineda desires her own ring world. So there's a ring world over here in the Lindsay Quadrant. She will stop at nothing and has sunk immense funds into the project. Von Scrooge shakes her head in bemusement. This is why we don't try to replicate the wonders of the past. A fool's endeavor. So she lost 120 credits. Just a local lord apparently had that much money rolling around. I don't know how. Tristan Burke is leading an uprising against Hilda Middleton's rule in Algiba. Probably not going to succeed. He wants our support. Don't get involved in these unless you're actively trying to overthrow somebody and you're willing to deal with the consequences. Absolutely not. Not going to help you rebel. So the rebellion has failed. Lynn's want control of the Jackson faction. They asked for this again last time. I am absolutely not interested in giving away any territory, despite me being super unhappy at the moment. Apparently I'm currently thrilled, so actually next turn might be fine. We want control of the Raymond territories. No. The Raymonds are, is it right here and up here as well? There, up there. No, absolutely not. Well, more of this kind of crap. Queenie Strickland charges with avenging Fulla Jarvis's crime, which was removing somebody from a council. She has not liked us, generally speaking, even though she's distantly related to us. The Galloways have been very odd throughout this entire game. Their decisions have been strange. I'm just going to levy a fine on you. Let's make her a little bit unhappy. I'll just kind of deal with it that way. We're mitigated a little bit. It's fine. Bevis Wilkinson charged us with avenging Hilda Middleton's crime, the annexation of 47 Ursa Majoris by the Raymonds. We're not under any obligation. I'm not going to get involved. It's vassals fighting vassals. You guys do whatever. She wants control of the Robinson Federation. Absolutely not. Failed to avenge Duchess Fuentes' crime, false defamation. Charges with avenging Archon Burke's crime, the disinheritance of someone. All I can do is declare war, so nothing else we can do. Karan Lindsay wants Arcab. That's kind of reasonable. I'm willing to do that. Just raise taxes. You want Wazin. Yeah, I'm fine having control of Wazin at the moment, thanks. Then again, 320 bucks. That's a lot of bucks. I am getting vassal limit, though, from this, so no. Philomena Jarvis charged us with event. More stuff on her. So she's mad because she rebelled. I don't have to do anything. I'm not going to about that. I slept so much sounder before I discovered there are invisible ships out there. You blink blearily. Your son disturbed your sleep for this? These are our ships as well, so it's weird. This has happened before. Even someone who helped repair a cloaking device told me this before. To think a cloaked fleet could attack at any moment, it's maddening. We'll do cloaking devices are safe. Or rare, I promise it's safe. They're literally our ships, so stop freaking out. Everyone's freaking out about cloaked ships. They're our ships. Shut your pie holes about it. People stop talking about it, we'll be in better shape. Your pandering has only made your son more flighty. We didn't actually see that result. He jumps at every shadow. So we did pick up the cowardly trait, I guess. Let's see. That was you, right? Greedy, individualistic. He's got a rivalry, sickly. I don't see anything there. Was it my other son? Is it Charles? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Loyal, intelligent, honorable, brave. Yeah, so our mood has improved, so we'll be in much better shape next turn. Did we get a bloodline point? We got a bloodline point. All right. I think we just go tech. Kind of the goal of this run was to be more like merchant, making money, and tech. So I'm just going to go ahead. Let's just go 10 more to our tech stat. Next, after that, we're probably not going to get to, but it just helps us across the board for lots of different ways, including vassal limit. Vassal limit currently is really bad because of our mood, but it will be better next turn because it kind of goes from your happiness last turn. So maybe even our individual counselor's happiness will be better too. I I don't have anybody free to do anything. Ships have mutinied and disappeared. We've had that happen a couple times over there. So we are rebuilding the fleet out here, so that can help us when we launch our assault. We're currently at plus 28.5% fleet strength. Next turn will be even higher, so we just launch the attack then. Because everything should be fine by then. We have a lot of money we can spend on mercenaries. As long as nobody else breaks away, rebels, any of that kind of thing. Yeah, we keep having these demands on, like, justice, and it's just causing problems. Because at this point, like, the AIs will do really weird things to each other sometimes, and then they're demanding, like, you have to get justice for, like, both sides, like in this case with this conflict down here. Both sides are, like, coming to me, like, tattling to mom, that, oh, you touched me, and, well, you touched me first, and, like, and you're going to get mad at me if I don't do anything, you get mad at me if I do something. It's just kind of frustrating. We might have an event next turn. It does say 2 turns, but I think that's wrong. We are still working on getting the marketplace going up here. Let's just get this turn over with and deal with whatever happens next. We're going to have all kinds of crazy stuff happening, including people coming to me like, hey, do you want to marry me? Marketplace is done, so that's some extra money coming in. Research station has been finished. My son came of age. Dane. Dane is now 16. Very good military. So he picked up brave and friendly. Pretty good stats overall. Not terrible. He's kind of a diplomat and military, but also not awful other stuff except administration. Very cool, because it's another person we can play around with. Guardianship has ended. Sean Arellano celebrates coming of age day. I don't know how we have Arellanos in our family. Why do we have Arellanos in our family? So he's brave, individualistic, not terrible. Son-in-law's son. Son's guardianship of Sean Arellano has ended. I think he's just going to go back to the Arellanos. Archon Burke has invited us to attend a feast for Archon heiress Nuri Burke. Didn't you just do this not too long ago? I feel like he's trying to set me up for a murder or something. I will accept, even though we're at war with your vassal. And I'm going to have my heir be my champion again. Elsa Larson. Beat her. Constable Eris Reed. Win. Duke Misu Strickland, who we're actually kind of at war with, which is interesting. We're going to fight normally. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he's trying to kill us. So he fought aggressively. Son's been injured. But I did defeat him. Aaron Parker won the tournament. Baron Makia Nicholson flits from group to group. The picture of geniality at the feast. The feast in honor of Nuri Burke was a large success. Guest depart to find humor. Duke Wright snubs some rulers for the feast he's hosting for Emir Wright's coronation, including us. Like, that's weird. Baron heir Chuck Farmer revealed that Chill Yates, it's another Chill, spread dissent on Parima. Okay, sure, whatever. Duchess Snyder wants a marriage between us and Duke heir Benson Snyder. Another 17-year-old. Yeah, I mean, even despite the money they're throwing at me, it just is too much of a hassle to have somebody that is going to, like, demand to be on my council. I'm going to refuse despite the giant pile of money you've dumped on my lawn. Misu Strickland is offering peace. Do you want to ask for something else? I'm going to say no. because I kind of want to conquer you, and I'm planning an attack. I'm just now in a position to actually do something about it. We're in better shape, but it's not good. We failed to avenge Sorcerer Rasmussen's crimes, delivering justice for the annexation. So she's a little bit upset with us. Okay, she's more than a little bit upset with us. I need somebody, like, nobody rebel, please. You want the Burnett sector? Absolutely not. Alright, what's going on? Are you rebelling? Yes, you're rebelling. I never help people rebel. I don't know why they bother to ask. You want support putting down the rebellion? Absolutely. Rebellion failed. Daughter-in-law is pregnant. Oh, Vaughn. Haven't thought about Vaughn in a while since we arranged that marriage. What's going on? Baron versus Baron, so they're fighting each other. Yeah, not interested in you guys raiding each other. I wish you would not raid each other. You're just weakening both of your positions. Nope. Carried off some food and machinery from Alfeca. Sensors pick up a spacecraft on an erratic flight path. They're not answering our hail, says your son. It's not a warship. In fact, it's ancient. You pause to think. Let's board it. The ship's meandering course reminds you of a dying animal. The thought makes the hairs on your neck stand up. We don't know if there's still air on board. Suit up, says your son. As she opens the door, you shiver. I think I know what this is. It's an event that I've seen in other playthroughs. Readings indicate the air is barely breathable. High levels of carbon dioxide and traces of sulfur? Better keep those helmets on, says your son. The dim lighting suggests the ship's running on emergency power. You pass the flight deck, empty. Computers show no predicted flight path. This makes no sense, your son cries. If an AI is flying this thing, why is there no flight path? Let's check the engine room, you reply. Your breath comes heavily now. The Twilight valve? I guess Twilight lit. Twilight valves and wiring seem to writhe, leading you deeper into the ship. The engine room is overrun with graffiti, unfamiliar symbols, strange drawings, and mathematical formula. Your son sends scans to your sister, who immediately reports back, looks like several iterations of the same power conservation formula, although there are variables for some bizarre energy source in dark universes. Reads like they couldn't explain their own findings. Frankly, it's bunk. It seems to break the laws of... Several bodies lie inside the engine room. Wires and tubes connected them to a central machine. Their torsos have shrunk, their arms and legs nothing more than sticks emerging from sacks of meat. They're breathing, your son gasps. And the readings from the machine, some of these bodies are generating energy for the entire ship. We must show them mercy, send it into the sun. Use them to generate power for the Crux. Okay, this is not what I thought it was. Everybody does not like this decision. I feel like it's kind of messed up. We found the event horizon or something, I think. Yeah, let's just send it into the sun. Back on your ship, your son opens a bottle of synthol. You did right today, exclaims. Now let's drink to forget this sorry business. Cloaked ship on maneuvers in Arcturus when the cloak failed. Let's hope nobody noticed. Isn't Arcturus? Isn't that our territory? Yeah. Baron Sullivan found out that we have cloaking technology. So the secret's kind of getting out more and more as time goes by. So our situation's better, but it's not great. If we're over our vassal limit, that's why we're losing money. So we could launch our assault now. I probably should. I've got 11 actions. What's our situation like? So this is good. Military is not great. She's unhappy. That's part of why that's down. Everything else is basically fine. We are over our vassal limit, so it is costing me 1 action and definitely some money. We only got 31 last turn because of being over limit. We lose a lot. We can take a look. So we had 132. Too many vassals cost me 44 creds. And then inflation is 55. So if we have too much money, it's harder to get money coming in. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and launch the assault at this point. I don't think we need to even worry about assigning things. We're just going to launch the attack. So at this point, we have how much of a bonus? 38.7% fleet strength bonus. So I think we just go for it and attack. So who do we want as our commander? I don't have a lot of actions for some people. Looks like our best is chill, which I'm fine with. Chill can be in charge. We are attacking. I can't send any of my own ships. You guys have some stuff I can ask for. We'll refuse if you ask politely. He doesn't like us enough to send ships in. That's really unfortunate. I think we just send a bunch of mercenaries then, because I've got tons of money. So have some mercenaries. He's aware of the attack. He's got a pretty good amount of ships. I'm going to throw the maximum number of mercenaries in again. He's got a little bit of support. I still have money. I can just keep throwing mercenaries at this problem all day long, pretty much. I'm willing to just... because we're going to win the game here if we get control, so I'm willing to just throw insane hordes of ships at this. Now I might ask people, so she might accept, you will accept. I've been rebuilding your fleet, and all you can give me is 11 ships, huh? Fine, give me your ships. They haven't bought mercenaries yet, which has me a little concerned. Now you're willing to join. Interesting. I guess we had to ask him first, and then they're more willing to agree to send ships in. Yeah, we can get them to all commit. We might as well. I think they're done doing stuff. We have a massive advantage. Sure, I'll even call you in. Launch the attack. Wants our retreat. Allegiance. Alright, so he's now joined us. Brook allegiance to the Warner Dominion, has pledged the Circling Coalition to the Scrooge sovereignty. War is over. You and Misu Strickland have agreed to bury the hatchet. Called off the attack. Mercenaries made a boatload of money out of that. So now, we are exactly where we need to be, 58 out of 58. So I don't know if it's when I hit end turn or if I have to go through a whole turn with them. I think if I just end the turn with it, I think we're done. Let's find out. Riding the storm of history. There we go. It was during the rule of Archon Michiko Scrooge that House Scrooge became the uncontested power in the galaxy. You and your ancestors have schemed, finessed, and dominated your way to the heights of galactic power. House Scrooge's empire now strides across the cosmos, each footstep a world, each breath a star. Played for 48 years through 2 characters. Ebenezer, longest reign, most happy, most ill, and most busy, because he had lots of actions. Michiko Scrooge, shortest reign, most successful, most popular. All right, that's it. Yeah, unfortunately, we just couldn't get the tech one. Relies on getting a random event to come up, then another random event to come up afterwards. So we did end up doing... If things had continued, I think we would have had some problems with things breaking down up here. But we probably, within a turn, would have gotten our vassal situation okay. Because I wouldn't be so unhappy. And everyone would be in a better situation. I don't know that we would want to control much more territory than we had, but yeah, kind of crazy. I thought for sure we would kind of choke off the Lynn Collective and the Clark because they were isolated, that they would want to join us, but they're like, nope, absolutely not, no matter what. And they didn't really break apart either or have anybody go independent, but we were able to take advantage of like the Lindsays going independent, the Tanners kind of took over the farmers and the Tanners, and once we did that, we were able to get out. We were kind of stuck early on, but able to kind of make some good advances and spread out throughout the galaxy. This whole area is a giant mess that probably would, at least some people would rebel within a turn or two, I would guess, if things had continued. But we're going to go and end it there. I do like this game. It's interesting. It builds a lot of relationships, but the way the relationships go, it gets so chaotic at times later on that it can get kind of frustrating. Like kind of seeing like everyone tattling to me about, hey, do this, hey, do that, hey, punish this person. But I'm probably done with this for good. I did get a lot more bloodline points in this than I think. So in my last campaign when I played through, it was much more military. We conquered a lot of stuff. In this, I was trying to be very nice, fairly passive, not fighting too much. And then from having played before, it felt like money was the way to go if you're fighting away from your center. If you're focused on military, you're only really good near your core. Once you are extended further away, money is much more of an issue. And money can be fine if you expand and conquer other people and they give you money. We built a family in this case to just bring in as much cash as possible. And it did end up working out. We were making a good amount of money, but also good tech, and that was kind of the focus for the Scrooge family. And they did well. I think we did well. In the long run, I think we could just throw money at most of our problems and it would get solved. And eventually, I think the Scrooge family, like my intention for them being so tech focused would be once they do find a planet to colonize, they definitely would. But that would be, probably 50 years from now or something, the way that the game is going. So the tech victory eventually, but in this case, we're just taking over most of the galaxy. And if something fall apart, whatever, we're going to colonize planets later. All right, let's end the game. That's it. So this has been Star Dynasties with the Bloodlines DLC, which I definitely think adds a lot to the game. So if you play it, definitely pick up the Bloodlines DLC. All right, I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Until then, have a good one.